lurkers, and hello all you archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. I'm having a return to Monkey Island adventure. Let's load our game, shall we? Ooh. I can't tell which one's the latest. I mean, I'll just have to read all the times, of course, but I'm assuming that's an autosave. Let's go to there.
Do you remember where we were?
Kind of, but remind me a little?
Okay. I was after the secret of Monkey Island, and I decided that the easiest path to the island was to sign on to crew on LeChuck's ship. I would mount a mutiny at some convenient time. There were two problems. I needed a mop to get the job, and they knew who I was. Now, back to the story.
That's cool. Really like that. I'm not sure if I'm in the way. I'm covering a bag with my stuff in. The first thing we are going to do is... yeah, there we go. More blather. Okay, I've already turned it on. And I've turned on the previous on feature. So we may have missed some conversations, but admire the tiny climbing ship.
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6.
Yeah, I should have done this like at the start.
Museum of Pirate Lore.
With the writing on top of his head, I mean.
I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now.
So what are we trying to do? We need the quarter of eye. I need a disguise, obviously. That eye patch, which is why we're here. We need to make a mop, and we need to find the mop-handled tree, seize the ship, and find the secret. There we go. Anything else? I guess I'll get... We need a hint. It's going to constantly...
This is awesome. Now I can open one of the jail cells. This has gotten me out of a lot of scrapes over the years. The pen is mightier than the sword. I've got a few coins for incidentals. It makes things look bigger.
Interesting way you mentioned that.
It's hopeless. It's soft and extra fuzzy. It's good for relieving stress. It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife.
Let's visit the museum.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter. Here, take my business card.
Thanks?
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Authenticity is our watchword and our pledge. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
I shall. What's a docent?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow! Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
Oh, this place is a convenient museum.
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Tell me about that newsletter of yours.
The Pirate Times. We publish pirate news, pirate stories, pirate poetry, all things piratey, really.
I'd see you wear a peg leg, despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. I'll have a look around.
Please do.
Oh yeah, he's neat. That's fun. I'm genuinely surprised they've never done that joke before. Oh, hello, well-spoken rambler. Yes, everyone sounds a bit older in it, and I'm not sure I'm keen on that. I think the general theme of this game is that time has marched on, and I don't like that theme. Give me I like the theme of Psychonauts 2, where it was like literally the next day. That's where it's at. I don't need Guybrush to remind me of how old I am. We are here to steal an eye patch because we need it for a disguise. I'm going to grab this monocle and I'm going to try and read the plaque. Did it magnify the tiny numbers?
The numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
Oh, maybe we'll need a double. His son's called Guybrush, which when you do the recap, you hear his son. He's telling a story to his son in the future.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the Pirate of 1,000 Faces.
I have, yes. I've used that title quite a lot. It's because whenever Guybrush wants to get into a new location, one of the ideas he always tries is telling people he's selling these fine jackets.
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
A Hind D.
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
He's Plunder Bunny, yeah.
It was a really touching letter.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
No.
Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot.
So, Monkey Island 2. So, this Monkey Island was written by the person who wrote Monkey Island 1 and 2. I mean, a couple people did that, but there's like a main guy. And all the rest of the Monkey Islands were either written by the second guy or just random other people. And so, like, they said, okay, we're gonna continue all the Monkey Island stories. We're not pretending they don't exist, but it does follow Monkey Island 2. And they're like, okay, how does that work? And the thing about Monkey Island 2 is it has a really, really weird, strange ending that everyone hated, which is, so Guybrush was after the big whoop. And you finally track down the big whoop. It is you have to get 4 pieces of maps, you put them together, you take it to the cartographer Wally, who's in town right now. But Wally gets kidnapped at the last second. You go to rescue Wally, you explode the place. We're not really sure what happened to Wally, but apparently he's fine. He's gone through a lot of therapy. Anyway, you find yourself... I might be conflating the first game and saying, no, Wally's the second game. You find yourself in a weird tunnel system. I'll come back to it just to tell the story. You find yourself in a weird tunnel system. And you have to have a big fight with LeChuck. You get a voodoo doll, because at the start of the game, you need to make a voodoo doll of Largo Legrand. And you need a piece of the head, a piece of the thread, a piece of the body, and a piece of the dead. You need some of his... a dead body from his ancestors, a piece of his clothing, something from his head, and some of his bodily fluid. And if you get all 4 of those, you can give them to the voodoo lady, make yourself a voodoo doll, and that's how you get rid of Largo Legrand. And of course, that recipe comes in at the end of the game as well, especially when LeChuck dramatically announces that he's your brother, so you can use the skeleton of your dead parents to build yourself a voodoo doll. You finally defeat him. Let's go into town quickly. You finally defeat him, and you rip off the leg to the voodoo doll, and he's like, "Oh no, please put it back!" And suddenly, he says, like, "Come closer." And so, "What are you doing? I'm not falling for your tricks. Come closer. Take off my mask." And take off his mask, and he's like, "Chucky," and it's like, "Oh, I don't want to play this game anymore." And both suddenly, 2 kids walk out. Okay, hang on, I've got to get this right. So this location, you can go up a lift and it takes you to this door here, to this specific location. But the 2 kids don't walk out that door, they walk out a different door to a different island. And it's like they go back to their parents and they were just playing pirates all along. And then Chuck kind of winks at the camera, and then it goes back to Marley, and Governor Marley's like, oh, I hope Guybrush hasn't gotten himself in trouble. So the implication is the entire story was either two kids messing around, or Guybrush never defeated LeChuck, he got himself hypnotized. It was very confusing. Nobody liked that ending at all. So this game specifically starts out with the same scene, but from the perspective of two children, not two adults who suddenly turn into children. They walk out, find some weird parents who they like, let's pretend they're our parents, and then the two old folk who are like, could you two stop following us around? It's weird and creepy. And then you find out it's Guybrush's son enacting his old adventures. So you do an hour with Chucky and Boybrush, and then Guybrush is like, okay, let me tell you a story of actually how we found the secret of Monkey Island. So the first Monkey Island is called The Secret of Monkey Island. You don't find the secret of Monkey Island because it's one of the jokes that, like, you just constantly getting distracted by other things. Anyway. And so this entire island is the place from the first game.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here on Melee.
Yeah, he was on a crew. He had a voice of a turtle. Parrot food?
It's cracker mix. Some assembly required.
Alright, let's test myself with some trivia. Oh, was that? What is a sign on the adrift ship? I don't know. I don't even recognize what? Okay, statistically, it's going to be one of these two. I'm going to say no U-turn. No! Oh, I didn't even recognize it. I'm taking this. Okay. What's the Golden Hind? Sorry, I said that really like, what's the Golden Hind then? No, I can't say it. I can't on purpose sound as unfriendly as I accidentally did a second ago.
What you working on?
Crossword puzzle.
I've recently been getting into cryptic Sudoku, and when I say getting into, I mean I watched people who can do it because I tried one and it took me an hour and a half, and that was the easiest one. I can't do these, but I can find other people who can. Let's talk to the parrot.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know.
That's why we...
It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it.
Bother the parrot. Read the label on the cracker mix.
Specially fortified for the healthy parrot diet. It doesn't seem interested.
Oh. Do you want a stuffed animal? Okay, it's really weird. One thing I'm not super keen on is that because I got the pre-order, I got some trusty horse armor.
You know what every good pirate museum needs? A set of horse armor.
I'll get back to you.
That's the note that Chuck left when he kidnapped Elaine.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials.
Yeah, he did.
I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important.
No one ever believes him.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known.
Yeah, I did that in Monkey Island too.
Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there.
Those are his crimes.
I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestive.
That's true.
Yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
Yeah, so it's actually one of my favorite jokes from the series. Every single crime you commit in Monkey Island 2 is added to the poster over time. So like adding a rat to a vicious soir, escaping from jail, putting someone else's picture on your own wanted poster is added to the wanted poster, but the face has never been removed. The nostalgia. It's a lot easier because I played for all the games before this. So it's like, that was 3 weeks ago. But like, Monkey Island 2 was the first Monkey Island I played. So like, it was one of the puzzles. Did I remember that? Either way, we need to magnify our monocle if we are to steal this eye patch. Do I have a map? Thought I did. Hang on.
Pirate Times. Editor Conrad Lee. Ready to publish your unrecognized genius.
Okay, why didn't I grab the map? From Wally.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Oh, it's the Men of Low Moral Fiber! Pirates! So, one of the weirder choices of this game, I don't think they turn up unless you turn them... There's a thing here, writer's cut, more blather, worse pacing, and I think they're not in it if you turn that off. I mean, we'll walk away, maybe they just don't turn up until later. Yeah, look, they're gone. So, like, clearly nothing important happens in this conversation. So let's spend the next 5 minutes talking to them. What a weird decision. How dare you try and make the pacing of my game better? What, you want normal people to play this game as well? Yeah, one of them should have a peg leg. It'll be him in the middle. Because we cut it off for one of the puzzles. That's how we... I cut it off because I needed to steal his rat. So you put a box up with the peg leg and you put some cheese in and take the peg leg out. That's how you get yourself a rat that you can put in a vicious soir and get a bum and fired.
Well, if it isn't Frank, Fred, and Finn, how are you?
What you be talking about, boy?
Oh, whoops. Sorry, I mistook you for someone else. In a good way, I promise.
Aren't you that Guybrush Threepwood, what wants to be a pirate?
And you're the pirate leaders. I was looking for you.
Oh!
Aye, well, we're not the pirate
They're not the...
leaders no more.
Oh.
Former pirate leaders is what we are.
Yeah, I already met the...
I was
children
bamboozled.
Place. And your table.
Escaped with your life, I see.
Okay, these aren't the Men of Low Moral Fiber from the first two games. These are the pirate leaders. In the very first game, for him to become a mighty pirate, he needs to do 3 trials.
I'll see you around.
You have to...
Likely.
And 3 trials are to find some treasure, just which you do. You dig up treasure, and it's like I was looking for the treasure in Melee Island, and all I found was this stupid T-shirt. Probably the first time I encountered that particular joke. And then you have to steal something off Governor Marley, and you have to... Oh, you have to become a sword master, which has the sort of pun sword fighting. Anyway, the reason I'm leaving them for a brief second is because they've been replaced by young people. No. Who are crueler and more capable. Like they have actual, like, experience in wars and stuff.
Sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Yes.
We're old and past it, and all the people who have replaced us are much more capable than us. Anyway, so they kicked out the... on the last episode...
You again. I know you.
I looked at the footage. Cobb does not have a glass eye. I was thinking of somebody else. But I want to ask you about Loom. You get to ask him about Loom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which was a game they made before the original Monkey Island. And I might play Loom again, but Loom is like literally 16 colours. So in this game, he's like, oh no, people have been asking me about Loom for years. Anyway, let's talk to these guys.
I'm going on a journey to find the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret. What a prize.
That's what I tried to tell those clowns in the bar.
They say the pirate what holds the secret can never be sunk, that the wind always fills his sails.
In the old days, we might have gone after it ourselves.
No, you wouldn't have.
We've got new fish to fry, so to speak.
We've sold our ship and sunk all of the cash into our next venture.
Tell me about your next venture. What is it?
'Tis a fish shop on the high street where the general store used to be.
A place for buying of fish and telling tales about the catching of fish.
We'll be open on the morrow. Be sure to stop by.
We'll give you the friend's price on the unpopular fish.
You said you don't have a ship? Where do you get your fish?
From reputable sources.
Ooh, Stan.
We'll give you an additional discount if you don't talk about that where people can hear you.
How is it that you're not the pirate leaders anymore?
Time and democracy, boy.
A lot of our supporters be dead drunk, or retired.
Our eyes be sharp and our judgments keen. But once ye be labeled old school, that's all that gets seen.
The traditions of the three trials have become a joking matter in some quarters.
Dark times.
Aye, they even water the grog and mix it with fruit these days. Won't even strip the varnish off a deck.
Why'd you pick this corner instead of one closer to your fish shop?
The woman that lives above the shop location is doing a bit of haranguing today. We'll stay clear of her. Thanks very much.
I'll see you around.
Seems likely.
What a weird decision to not include these if you... Like, there's already a casual mode, which I fully support a casual mode. It's just, like, really weird to be like, nah, they don't add to the plot. I have to talk to everyone again.
Hey, Wally. Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
Bye. Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
So you, in the second game, you steal his monocle, because you need to give it to Captain Dread. Because there's a lucky thing, and then you have to find another monocle from later. But now he just gives away monocles. Let's combine them.
If one monocle is good, two is better.
Cool.
This was a good idea. They magnify stuff even better since I stuck them together.
Yes, that's why I did it. I need a piece of wood for a mop. Oh, that one.
Ah, crystal clear. I'll just write that down.
Can't cut that.
What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
That's a nice oar.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady
Oh,
in town.
yeah, Monkey Island
But I managed to restore it. It
2.
was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
Won't I admire his confidence, but I appreciate that he's actually supposed to be really annoying. Also, yeah, if you noticed, he's kneeling on a plank, on a peg leg. Right, let's talk to the keymaker. No, not. Oh yes, hang on.
The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
So we need stuff for Stan.
I don't want to wreck my brand new shiny knife. This is the one for the museum display case.
It's obviously Tan's.
It says, Tan's previously owned vessels. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now.
Okay. I need to break out off somehow. I can't see anything that would do that.
Hi there, little guy. Hi again. You've been at this post a long time.
Yep. My eyesight isn't what it once was, but my hearing is still as sharp as the governor's sword.
And that's helpful for being a lookout?
There's hardly ever anything to see anyway. The job is mostly about greeting people. Welcome to Melee Island.
Thanks. I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you.
Is LeChuck's ship? Where are we going?
Hi there.
Hiya. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. This will be for a high-end display case. You a collector?
Yeah. Stamps. It doesn't seem interested. Oh, I'd really like some crackers.
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
I've got some cracker mix.
I found some cracker mix. You could bake fresh crackers in your furnace.
Thanks. The ones on the plate were getting a bit stale. Take some if you want.
Don't mind.
Yeah. Now we're cooking with crackers. Okay, let's distract the security crack.
I've got enough to last me.
Okay, we'll just...
Whoa! That's not supposed to be unlocked. I'd better fold this and put it in storage. Then I can figure out what's wrong with the lock. Looking good. I like things neat. That's folded perfectly.
Ooh, he's distracted. I could steal something else.
That'll do, Parrot. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the museum while I figure out what's going on with my display case lock.
What else would we want to steal?
Welcome back. I checked the display case and it seems fine, so we're open for business again.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Malay jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them.
Yeah, it's a really clever puzzle.
Mugs, and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine.
So yeah, the puzzle, you grab a cup, you steal a cup from the bar, and you steal some grog, which is highly acidic, and you want to pour it on the bars. But it melts the cup before you get there, and you realise you have to keep switching the cups along the way. They repeat the puzzle in later games. Sometimes you have to take a shortcut and but use the same premise is occasionally used. What else would we want to steal? Because he leaves the room. I mean, we'll distract the parrot, of course. Okay, fair enough. We can just do that.
What do you expect me to do, Elaine? Issue a proclamation?
Of course not, Carla. We'll need to generate public support. I'm working on that.
People around here don't like any kind of restrictions, even if it's for their own good.
But we can put a requirement on ships traveling to the north. There's already a customs check, so the infrastructure is all in place.
But it's a start. Scurvy's a big problem. Let's do all we can.
Agreed.
I've come a long way. Is there anything else on the agenda?
Coffee?
Coffee. Right, we have a disguise.
I'd like to get somewhere first before I do that.
We still need a mop. But to join the Quick Truck's crew, we need to, you know what? We might be able to get something on the ship.
Classic and subtle. Like me.
Threepwood, are you trying to fool me by wearing an eye patch? That is the worst disguise I've ever seen.
No, of course not. Just having a little eye trouble. Blepharospasm.
Oh, try some cashews. You might be short on magnesium. Or wits.
Darn, I thought this thing was supposed to be magic. I must have forgotten something.
Oh yeah, I need to get...
better take off this eye patch first.
Voodoo Lady needs to put the magic back in it. I knew that. I totally knew that.
Hey, watch it!
Oh. We also might want to go to some places.
Nice hat pin.
Beat it, creep.
Waiter, I can't understand why this is taking so long. Just bring me what the governor served me.
Oh yes, of course.
Of course, sir. Sorry for the delay.
Yep, okay, I remember now. Okay, Voodoo Lady first.
Got any other mystical advice or information for me?
No,
I've always been impressed by your chair.
thank you.
Can you charge John Laney's eye patch up for me?
Ah, the famous eye patch disguise of John Laney. As I suspected, the magic has long since drained away.
Good. Great. So, can you charge it up again?
I can, if
If...
you bring me one more thing. A particular charm of great power.
You couldn't have told me this earlier?
I could have. You must bring me the bite of 1,000 needles. Then I will recharge your eye patch.
The bite of 1,000 needles. Can you be a tiny bit more specific?
No.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
I'll look for a hedgehog, I guess. No. I have this horse armor? Okay, let's go to the governor's. In the Bermuda throne room, what is the bucket slowly filling up with? I don't remember Bermuda. Or throne room. I guess that's the name of his... Fish bones? Oh, I'm bad at this.
A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. How much for the safe?
It is not for sale at any price. As I said, it...
Fine. Neat. Oh yes, of course. Yeah, I remember the puzzle now. We need... Need ingredients.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
How about some horse armor? Some cash?
Can I pay you for the book I lost?
I don't need your money.
It's a lot of work being governor.
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
I've seen that same painting on a box of frozen instant cereal.
I don't know what half this stuff is supposed to do. Pardon me. Get a bite of 1,000 needles. I don't know what that means. I will go to the forest though. You know what? I should go to the forest anyway because I could probably cut the wood there.
Warning. Gotcha, you pointy little tricky fight.
Okay, that...
This is a plant with a bad attitude, and enough pokey parts to back it up.
Oh, yeah, that might be what I needed for the voodoo lady.
A classic specimen of Alata needleus, a carnivorous vascular dicot known for its tasteful coloration, slight wiggle, and loads of tiny, sharp teeth.
Cool, but I was here to go wood.
A classic specimen of Alata needleus, a carnivorous vascular dicot known for... Ugh. I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
That's fine.
Ooh, purple flowers. These must be catmint, or wisteria, or sweet rocket. I'll treat myself to a purple flower. I hope I don't get tossed in jail for this. It looks pretty and smells wonderful.
I'll grab the mushrooms as well.
Not a chance. I can't stand mushrooms.
Look at the snake.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
What if I give flower to Carla? The nostalgia thing, or get myself thrown in jail.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
Let's give the spiky plant to the voodoo lady. Might be able to borrow the book in disguise.
I can tell you no more. If it's forgiveness you seek, buy the frog.
I'll take this forgiveness frog.
It can help
Ooh,
someone
there we go. That's what we need for Carla.
in very old transgressions.
The voodoo lady said it was a forgiveness frog. There you go. Bite of 1,000 needles.
Tell me, is this an ancient, powerful charm, or simply a plant you found in the forest?
You were pretty opaque about what you wanted, even for you. I took my best shot.
Very well. You've always been the close enough sort.
Thanks.
Come, spirits of deception and death, drink your rejuvenation and awaken.
Death?
It's nothing to worry about. John Laney, this hapless boy needs your help.
Hey.
Take pity on him and bring him the power to hide from his enemies.
Well, you don't have to put it like that. That's it?
Unless you want the extended service warranty.
No, thanks. I'm not a sucker. What do I owe you?
Maybe try it on first, before we discuss payment.
Well, how do I look? Ah! What the heck? I look like a zombie. Is it broken?
One does the best one can with the materials provided.
I'll just wear it when I really need to. Ugh.
You're welcome.
We've been a zombie before. Let's go get forgiveness.
This is for you.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
You haven't even bothered to write anything personal on this frog. That's just rude. I reject your frog.
No! She's right, I should write something on that frog. Dear Carla.
Dear Carla.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
What? Appreciate that you're keen on bluntness.
I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness.
Oh, goddamn, Santo Domingo. Catalina.
As shown by your actions at Santa Catalina, please accept my humblest apology. I promise to do better in the future.
It's like a YouTube apology. Here you go, here's a frog.
This is for you.
Dear Carla. Ugh. It looks like you tried to include personal details, but then you got them wrong. You don't know me at all. I reject your frog.
No.
It's a lot of work being governor. Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey. I've come for a recipe, a dish you served at a recent function. It's been described as hot and having ingredients in it. Ring any bells?
I do host plenty of functions, but I'm afraid I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Can we try the frog again?
Dear Carla. Ugh. It looks like you tried to include.
I didn't mean to do this.
Details, but then you got them wrong. You don't know me at all. I reject your frog.
Reject my frog.
Well, apparently a forgiveness frog doesn't work if the apology you write on it isn't good enough. Well, apparently a forgiveness frog doesn't work if the apology you write on it isn't good enough. Dear Carla. Sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness.
Portobello?
As shown by your actions at Portobello, please accept my humblest apology. I promise to do better in the future.
It's probably a better way than just trying again, but whatever.
This is for you.
Dear Carla. Ugh. It looks like you tried to include personal details, but then you got them wrong. You don't know me at all. I reject your frog.
God, I can't even talk to Otis because I already broke him out of prison.
Stay out of my...
I've seen that same painting on... Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Melee Island. His overly strict morals and overly lax regulatory policies helped make the island what it is today. I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it. Warning, do not try these tricks at home. Does not include Secret of Monkey Island. Oh. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. It's thicker than I would have imagined. Note to the reader. No disguised secrets are revealed in this book. Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness.
Elizabeth?
As shown, please accept.
There we go, I found the skip button.
I promise to...
Pretty sure this isn't the way you're supposed to do it.
Dear, you don't know me. I reject.
Dear Carla, sorry for losing...
It could be this that's wrong.
I value the...
Oops.
As shown by... Please accept my... I promise... This is for you.
Dear Carl, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me.
Yay!
One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
Shit.
Dear Carla,
I'm gonna go back to the book.
sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
Gonna go back to keen on bluntness.
I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness. As shown by your act, please accept my... I promise... This is for you.
Dear Carl, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing I reject.
Dear Carla.
Yeah, I realised. Oh, I am standing in the wrong place, aren't I? Oh, sorry, I've been covering up the writing all this time. But now the writing's backwards on my hat. Yeah, we could use this for Wally as well.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I realize that, as shown by, please accept my humblest... I promise... This is for you.
Dear Carl, I'm impressed, Guybrush. Surprisingly thoughtful. Considering it's you, I'm strangely moved to forgive you for losing my book.
Yay!
I'll treasure this frog as a memento of the time you did something right.
But I was going to use it on Wally.
Can I borrow this cookbook?
You cook like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Oh, all right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seemed genuinely sorry, so I guess I'll give you another chance.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty.
Right, let's give that to the chef. And by chef, I mean cook. Oh, god damn it. I bet it was there.
Honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Santo Domingo.
There we go. That was done with me. It was the top two options as well.
Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Yes.
I found this at the governor's mansion.
Aha! The mystery dish must be in there. I have no idea which one it'll be, so I'll just have to make them all. I'd better get to work. Thanks, Guybrush. This will...
Now we're cooking. Oh, hang on.
Don't look now, but I think there's a leech on your chin.
Buzz off.
I carved it off the cook's mop handle. Good times. Wally, here's a sample of the wood you wanted. Can you make me a map now?
Sure, here it is.
Thanks, Wally.
Cool. Right, up, left, left.
I guess I lost my way.
Right, that's not how you do that, John. Okay, fair enough. Needle, purple, mushroom. Hang on. Needle, mushroom, needle, purple. Needle, mushroom, needle, purple. Needle, mushroom, needle, purple. There we go. Save our game, it's been a while.
Wow! The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare, endangered Melee Island mop handle tree.
Oh yeah, so it's... oh, but it's like a in-use tree. No, the hedgehogs. Look at this adorable hedgehog family.
Mind your mama, little prickly kids.
Look at this frisky squirrel.
Hey, little fella.
Look at this tiny deer.
The welcoming committee.
I can't look at the rabbit, it's too fast. And there's birds.
The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare, endangered Melee Island mop handle tree.
What have you done? What have you done, Guybrush? No! Aww.
I must have startled them while I was whittling. Some animals are quite skittish.
Why did you whittle it?
Another resource has given its all in support of my personal goals. It's what nature is for. I must have startled them while I was whittling. Hey, little dear.